Well, I thought it would be fun today to do a completely spontaneous walkabout here at Father Fish, checking all the tanks and seeing all the fish and just looking to see if everything's working. We've already been here about an hour, fiddled with a couple of minor issues, but there are always so many things going on. I thought it would be fun to show you just what we do in the morning when we do our walkabout. Let's start right here with our sweet little babies. Hi guys. Looks like you need your water changed and you need your cage cleaned. What a mess. Alright, well, Jerry's going to be in shortly. We'll have her take care of you. Are you sleeping? No, you're awake. You're hungry. You're always hungry. Alright, those are our two little parrotlets, and here's Tom. Tom's had his breakfast and he's now resting from his morning labor. Aren't you, Tom? Tom. Hi, Tom. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. All right. Moving right along. Oh my. I have a little Quaker parrot here. He's a very sweet bird who we need to spend a lot more time with. Yes, I know. How are you? How are you this morning? I know. What, you gonna be friendly today? You're always friendly. You're just kind of scared. He's a little shy. Very gentle bird, but he's a little shy. Yes. All right. Let's see what else we can get into here. See how our goldfish are. They are swimming. They look pretty good. Looks like we had a plant uproot. We have to get back in there and see if we can stick it back down in the substrate. You guys want some food? See if I can do this one-handed. Probably can't. Yep, here we go. Oh my. They're always hungry. They'll get probably fed twice today. Once this morning and again this evening. Cherry's probably going to feed him when she comes in. Unless I remember to tell her I already did. Alright. Moving right along. We have two RedFoot Tortoises that are in their cave. We won't disturb them yet. Koi, a little fancy goldfish, and tetras. Mostly everybody looks okay here. Mostly. Somebody brought a female blue crayfish in. Here's there. And in the atrium, looks like the pump needs to be cleaned. Probably the filter bag is clogged. looks like. Should be a better water flow. There's everybody. Flitting around. Scooby-Doo. I need to do something with these two really pretty convict cichlids, except I think they're both male. Look at that, or something. Both frontosa. And we have shrimp down here. We got a light burned out here, and I've been fiddling with it, and I think that the problem is the starter, which means there's really not much we can do about it. It comes on and then, oops, gonna stay on a little bit now. Well, that's good. That's hopeful. Guppies. Guppies looking pretty good. We've got bunches of black shrimp down here and red shrimp in here. And then this is mutt and Endler. Mutt and Endler are supposed to have a nice strain. Over here I just see one. I think it's a male and two females. So. Oh, there's two males and a female and a couple of babies so far. Great. And here, look at that. Look at that. Look at that little clown killing. Yes. Pretty fish. I'm hoping we've got 3 or 4 tanks of them. Hoping we're gonna be able to get them spawning this time. Haven't been able to do that in a long time. We've got little pea puffers in here. Maybe need to add more. I think I've sold a few. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guess we had enough in here. And up here above are some baby bettas. Oh, I see a couple. They're very tiny. They're really very tiny. I don't know if you can be able to see them at all. I just saw 3 or 4 hopping around. There's one in the back. 2. I don't know if you can see them. They're very tiny. So if any got in here, I think 1. Alright. And bettas, see how our bettas are. They're looking okay. Where are you? There. A little female in there that was born here. Okay, let's see how we're doing over here for the arowana. It's about 7 to 8 inches. This is a Florida native. It's a siren. funny looking white stuff on him. He's got a little bit of bacteria, I think. I'll have to wipe him off. We've had him for a long time. He's been in here probably a year and a half, maybe going on 2 years. He's about 18 inches. What's in here? There's a long-nosed gar back here somewhere, but he hides all the time. We can never really see him. These are a nice group of little pupfish. Local pupfish. I expect we're going to get some spawn this spring, so that'll be nice. Trying to get more natives in. Here's some more up here. I'm going to be able to make natives available. Let's see, we did him. Who's in here? The little tiger shovel nose back there. Some scats. Green scats and probably some pacu, little tiny pacu. These are freshwater tarpon. Oops, there they are. Yeah, I don't know what's in here. Some knife fish somewhere. Yeah, right down there. Oh, look, that's you know, this is interesting. The clown knife fish. But a lot of the baby spotted regular knife fish have these markings that they lose when they get a little bigger. So we'll see what that turns into. And up above here are a couple of true giant gouramis, albino giant gouramis. These are wonderful fish. They get about 2 foot long. They're kind of being shy right now, but they're just a spectacular fish. There's another one hiding back there with his back to us. Another red-tailed cat in there. I think we saw them all. Oh, here's a cool guy. This is African lungfish. He's a small one. It's only about, maybe 8 to 10 inches long. Had him for a few months. They have a longer paddle, it's called. Longer paddle than their South American cousin. He's looking for worms. Got a new discus in the blue diamond just the other day. Looking pretty good. There are lots of electric blue acaras and rams and earth eaters and angels and zebrons. These are mouth-putting zebrons and other stuff in here. These rams ought to be spawning soon. They're still a little bit small. There's a rainbow shark. And coming around, the monster tank with their big 32-inch clown knives. A nice arowana up there. He's beginning to get some serious size on him. Where'd he go? There he is. And there's a stunning Peacock Bass somewhere in here. I saw him earlier. There he is, right up top, lurking. Look at that. He's about a 4-pounder. These clown knives were caught in a lake nearby, just a few miles away, and they only have been able to find these large adults. No babies have been collected, or small ones. So it's a bit interesting. There's a iridescent shark swimming by. That's a fish that gets utterly enormous. It's a food fish in Southeast Asia that grows up to over 6 to 8 foot long. Monster fish. Moving right along, let's see back here with angels. Clownfish, looks like some blows got in the bottom tank. I guess they took a leap. This is a combination of angels and cockatoides and some autocinclids, I believe. The cockatoides don't seem to be spawning up here, not quite sure why. Don't know what's in that tank. Black skirt tetras and some other, some kind of barb, Odessa maybe. There's some McMasterei in here somewhere, hiding. See if they'll come out looking for food. Don't see them. Some baby tears. Flowering rotella. See the flowers beginning to come up a little bit. This sign says Coolie Loach. I don't think there are any in here. There might be some red-legged swords. Such a pretty fish. These are cardinal plants. And more rotella flowering. Some, there are dwarf frogs in here somewhere. But Lord knows we never see them. So spotted puffer sign says down here, don't think there are any in there. More swords. Some Aponogeton privies, I guess. Cervaceous. Kabamba. And there's an Aponogeton, a couple of them. I think. Oh, hello. How are you guys? These are the McMasterei. I don't know how they got down here. I guess I put them in here. There's 3, 4. These little tiny guys are native. That's a blue-line killie. They're tiny. They do get much bigger. There's an autocinclus in the back. And some Ludwigia, Kabampa, a couple of different plants there. Up top we have a row of tanks that they're too high to get to, so we usually have Riccia and other similar plants growing in them. They tend to be kind of a mess. We tried in the past putting some Chillies up there, but they never did real well. There's not much there at all now. We've had mollies and platies recently, but it looks like they're pretty much empty at this point, so we're going to have to figure out what to do about that. And coming around here is our wonderful black water tank. Let's spend a little time with this. See what's going on. Try to get past the glare a little bit. Oh, see if we can spot something interesting. There is a cockatoides, and she probably has babies down there. We've had a number of spawns in here. don't see them. They're probably just too tiny right now. She spawned and kept them going for weeks at a time, so I'm expecting there are lots of little babies floating around in here. I'm gonna put the camera flush up to the glass and see if maybe we can see anything. So I want to know how the green neons are doing. They are not staying in a school. They're kind of spread out. Here's a few. Normally neons will swim in a fairly tight school. These guys, I think I put, I don't know how many, maybe 50 in here. I'm not seeing nearly that many, but they could be, and the ones that I'm looking at seem to be healthy enough. They're pretty tiny. All the other catchers, everybody looks pretty good. It's a pencil fish going by. I've watched the pencil spawn one time. I haven't seen any babies in here. The intent with this was to create an environment where egg scatterers would be able to hide their eggs well enough that babies would survive and not put any predators in. Of course, everything is a predator for tiny babies. But the idea is to try to create an environment where babies can survive naturally. And I'm not real sure we've pulled it off yet. I haven't seen any babies really. Need to get my magnifying glass. What I need to do is get my GoPro in the water in here and try to get around in some of these back nooks and crannies to see if we can spot some babies. What is that? Rosy, little tiny rosies. But not babies. There are a bunch of vampire shrimp in here. They have clearly spawned. Just looking to see if I can see some babies. There's a grow light back there. Don't really see any. Now I also put some Chillies in here, some clown Chillies, and I've seen them a few times. I don't see them right now. Something has been chewing up the grass plants that have all been cut off at the base. There also are a bunch of these cardinal plants floating at the top that were planted, so I need to figure out what's pulling them up, how they get them back down in there and move them elsewhere. I don't think they're going to survive as floaters. Let's see, I'm looking for clown Chillie. There are lots of places for them to hide, including way in the back. So far I don't see anything. And I'm not sure how much food they're going to be getting in here. There are the pencil fish are on the top hunting all the time, so any little bugs that fall in there get snapped up pretty quickly. Well, let's see now what we have over here. These are some, I don't know what they are. They look to be some kind of an algae eater that showed up in our goldfish pond when we emptied it. And I don't remember what they are or how they got in there. These are little baby check dempseys. These are our shell dwellers. And that's it. That's what we got for shell dwellers. And I really believe they're all females. I don't think I've got a male in there. I need to get an order in for some more Tanganyikans. I may just try to do that today. We'll see what the money looks like. Oh, I bought these albino privies at a club auction about 3 months ago, and they're all alive and they're all doing pretty well. So eventually we'll have some albino babies. There's some inkfin calvus back here somewhere. There's one right there. Right out in the open. I'm assuming you can see them. And let's see. I don't know what's in here. Jerry just got here. Hello. There's some compressiceps in here. Hiding in the back. Some Spilum and Pollini hiding. Everybody's hiding. These are red point convicts. Pretty little fish. We need to get them growing up a little better. Some various bikers in here. Here's one. Here's a Julie. Well, these guys had ick, and they still do. It's just the heater's not doing it. Jerry, I need a better heater on this. I put one, they've got ick, and the heater's not working. Well, let's see. Angels, Frontosa, and rainbows. And some, these are rainbow cichlids, I believe. And some bala sharks. Millennium rainbows. And some nice Congo tetras. A few rainbow sharks. Just a real mix of fish in here with a nice Amazon sword jumping up. Mother sword with lots of babies on it. All right, one more row here. You know, what I haven't done is the saltwater. I'm gonna do that. We'll include the saltwater. This light, we put a new light up here and it just isn't cutting it. There we go. This is a plant tank. It has some red salvini and some pollini down in here. Tanganyika tank with lots of babies. And then a kind of a mixed Africans and a few South Americans. Mostly it's peacocks. And a couple of dovi up there with some albino peacocks. There are peacock gudgeon in here, as well as some nudiceps, but I don't think they're doing much. I've got to try to reestablish this colony. There are a whole bunch of baby provenzas. There they are. There's a few of them. Should be about 25 in here. She's been ushering them around this tank for easily a month. And they're beginning to get some size on them, finally. Some Chillies in here, but they're small. And here are the rhinos. Rhino, is that the right name? Buffalo. Buffalo, these are baby buffaloes that are about 3 months old, I guess. Okay, let's take a look at the saltwater. Here's their 55. It needs to be replanted. I've sold a bunch of plants out of it. I'll replant it and show it to you again a little later. Let's go back and look at the saltwater. We've been through all this. How are you this morning?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. This is a shrimp tank. They're kind of spread out. They were all down in front eating yesterday. It's a pretty good population of them. Seem to be doing okay. This is a monster tank. These are guys that have been brought in because they were too violent. Some pretty fish, but this is all saltwater, of course. But they're painfully aggressive. These guys are all coming out of here, going in a smaller environment. We're going to try to get some permanent homes for them, and then set that up with some nicer stuff. Here's a wrasse. Christmas wrasse, I think. Yep, there he goes. On again. It's up here, not much. We do have some surprises in here. It'll be fun. Bunch of clowns. I always have lots of clowns. It's like we need to get an order in for some more. We're getting a little low on clowns here. And these little funny starfish are really a pest. We need to get somebody in here to eat them. There's a shrimp that eats them. I guess I'm due to get one. Okay. There's a Bengal cardinal. 2 of those in here. There's the other one back there. Bunches of clowns. Here's a copper band butterfly. And look who's coming. Daddy. It's a male seahorse. A pregnant male seahorse. Breaking all the rules. It's theorized that because these critters spawn once a month, that as the female is producing eggs, the male is rearing young. So they kind of split the duties and wind up being a tremendously prolific animal. Here's another one. He's much closer to spitting out his babies. We will try to catch this. It's just wonderful to watch them being born. And he's getting real close. He's really got an awfully big belly. What would be nice too to be able to feed the babies and keep them going. That's a little tricky. And let's see, there should be some mandarin gobies around here somewhere. There's one over there, look, you can see it sitting on the bottom. Oop, there he went. Well, there's our walkthrough. I hope that was interesting. And we do this every day, sometimes twice a day. We'll finish the day by doing a walkthrough. And of course, we're in the tanks all day long, selling some of these little critters. So, hope you enjoyed that. This is Father Fish. See you again soon. Bye for now.